Hey everyone, we're here at Daniel Alfonso Men's Salon. We're glad to have Margera and Brandon Novak in the house from Jackass, and we got Rikki Hixx over here.
No, let's say Rikki Hixx. It works better. Flows off the tongue.
All right. So first and foremost, we'd like to say thank you guys so much for making it out here and showing love and support. And you know, thank you guys, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys, man.
I'm stoked to be here, man.
Absolutely.
This place reminds me of my house. I got the same chairs over
Literally.
there.
He has it red.
Kat Von D would have a hard on with all the taxidermy.
So tell us about your tattoos and stuff.
Oh, fuck.
We've been having a competition of who has the worst tattoos, but I think you win because he won this bet, and the bet was I had to come on his arm, and they traced it.
Oh my God.
And the first time I couldn't get it done, I had to blindfold him and then put like YouPorn on a laptop.
As I lay on the bed, it took like a day to do it because every time he'd start, I'd start laughing, so he blew the mood. But not literally, right? So then finally, when it happens, we have a tattoo artist on standby at the house. So as soon as he comes, the tattoo artist comes in, traces it, and then just engraves it in my skin. So he literally has came to me without us even fucking. How big is that?
That's huge.
That is so
crazy.
How about this? Brad Pitt.
Dude, he drew this one, dude.
Well, we got it started right now. We got it started tonight.
So like in the skateboarding world, rollerbladers are gay, right? That's just a skateboard. So two dudes fucking like this way is gay, right? But two dudes fucking with eye contact is a whole other level. So it's
And he went to jail right after I did this tattoo.
That is
so it's two rollerbladers, fully padded, missionary style, staring at each other's eyes as they fuck. His dick's hard while he fucks him.
You guys are this.
And Bam tattooed that.
No, he drew it.
I drew it. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, we could go on for hours.
But this is the one you're hitting.
Yeah, oh, I can see that.
Yeah.
So Rikki and Brandon, how did you guys meet?
I slid into the DM.
Yeah, and you did it.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I didn't ask first, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like forceful men. Gets me all hot and bothered.
I'm totally. I know his story. I know Novak's story, and I think it's really inspirational, and it's something that
That's cool.
I really want to be a part of, and I want to document it.
Yeah,
you know, here.
I'm like beyond grateful to be here because like I'm a firm believer in thinking outside of the box, and it's not like a black and white, one size fits all issue, whatever that issue may be. But we share a lot of the same feelings, and that's just simply being kind to one another and helping the people that are less fortunate or caught up with, you know, whether it's addiction, depression, whatever. Like, give them a fresh haircut, give them, you know, a nice pair of clean clothes to put on, and it allows them to hold their head up with dignity and smile when before, like, they shy away from eye contact.
Right.
You know, and it just tries to build someone up as opposed to fucking break them down like the Marines do.
Absolutely.
Not that I have a problem with the Marines, I just felt.
But absolutely, that's what it's all about, right?
Yeah, so when you reached out, I'm like, absolutely. Because, like, it's just, people keep talking about addiction, right? And they're like, what can we do to fix it? What can we do?
Yeah.
How can we fix this pandemic? Not an epidemic, because today in the nation, 144 people will die due to an overdose of an opioid addiction. What can we do? And every city I go to, I travel over the nation, every city I go to, like, Ohio is the worst city in the world. It's the heroin capital. New York, worst city. And so what I'm trying to say is every city says it's worse than the last one. There's no city that's like, you know what? Heroin hasn't hit our town. We're good. So I'm like, you know what? If I could bottle up the answer, I'd be a billionaire. I don't have an answer. But what I say is just do something. Do something more than talk about it. You know what I mean? Whether it's being on the corners handing out free needles that are clean and sterile cottons and water, or like giving someone a haircut, giving homeless people haircuts, which you used to do. Like, just do something. Be part of the solution, not just lip service of the problem.
Yeah, that's
Because
awesome.
then that leads us into procrastination,
Right.
which is nothing but masturbation. You only fuck yourself. He loves that.
And coming
Love
from
it.
somebody who's been a professional pile of shit for many, many years, I can't believe he's 3 years sober. It's like very impressive and
Congratulations, man.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
So that's the deal, man. Like that, this guy is my best friend in the world. There's nothing I would not do for him. He's financially paid for me to go to several different treatment centers. And even when his own parents were like, leave him alone, He will hurt you. He will never be anything but a drug addict. He never did. And he continued to believe in me when I didn't believe in myself. He loved me when I didn't love myself. And go figure, not only did I defy odds and logic, I got sober and I stayed sober. And now, like, I help other people. And, you know, it's that 6 degrees of separation, of paying it forward. You know, and that's the deal. So, like, this guy's my guy,
awesome.
man. He was the one that never gave up on me when everyone else did. You know?
And that's awesome that you have, you know, support from Bam over here and stuff like that. You know, like, that's, I mean, you probably couldn't do it without him, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, at one point everybody told him to go fuck himself, including me, and then when he shit his mom's couch on Mother's Day with a needle in his arm and he couldn't blame it on food poisoning, he realized that that's when I hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
Literally. Literally.
But it was the worst rock bottom in the world because, believe it or not, I've hit much lower bottoms. I've hit much lower bottoms. But that day I hit the worst bottom ever because my bottom came up to meet me. Because I knew there was a better way up and out of my position, provided I get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah.
But the reality is I'm the kind of guy that I know everything. I know everything. So really there's nothing you can tell me to make me change my behaviors or my mannerism. And then I finally got to a point where I was demoralized in just such a fashion from drugs and alcohol. I was beaten into a state of reasonableness that what I realized, and it was such a freeing experience, is that I know that I don't fucking know. So I went to this last treatment center, and even Bam said, he called me, he's like, what the fuck, why your 13th rehab? Like, did you...
Wow.
Yeah, like 13, yeah, it's really gonna work.
Lucky number 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a tattoo there, man. And you know what, I just moved into a new place, and my number is 13 on the door. The guy's like, I hope you're not superstitious. I'm like, that's my fucking number, man.
Right. We don't want to see 14. We know that.
Nah,
for sure.
yeah, I'm cool.
We don't want to see 14.
I'm cool.
Yeah.
But that's-
So that, sorry to interrupt you, but the thing is, like, it's so crazy how, like, you guys started, Jackass and stuff like that, and it's like, this was before YouTube. Like, you guys were doing this before YouTube, man, and I bow down to you guys for
It's
for
crazy
doing
too,
that
because
stuff.
like
You know what I
Tosh
mean?
2.0 and like
Yeah.
ridiculousness and all that. I feel like it's just Jackass clips from like, random people that they make a collage out of. And yeah, it's like we started that a long, long time ago.
And now you guys are here.
Dude, I remember being in his house one time, right, and I was like strung out to the gill. I was ill as a research monkey, right? And all of a sudden the doorbell rings at your mom's house, at the house. And I go and open the door, and it's a FedEx package, and it's just a folder, and I open it, and it's a fucking check for $1 million. And I'm like, wow, like from all this, you know what I mean? Like that's like it's insane, and I'm like ill, trying to come up with $10 to get it back, and I'm holding a check for $1 million from his fucking ass.
Wow. So and you still live in the same place in what location?
Yeah, in Westchester, Pennsylvania. I've never moved.
So crazy.
Every time I come to LA, it's always like Paramount paying for like the hotel, and I'm like, it's $400 a night, and then we wipe out the mini bar, so that's another $600. Why don't you just give me a place here? But for tax purposes or whatever, they can't write it off.
Wow.
So,
and you're just keeping it real at that.
Yeah. So I never moved to LA.
Yeah.
I like the season changes too much.
Yeah.
I like fall. I'm not really a summer guy, so I like to come and go.
Yeah, I'm originally from the Bay Area and stuff. And where are you from?
Midwest.
Midwest.
Oh, you're from the Bay Area?
Yeah, the Bay Area.
Yeah.
I like the season change as
He's
well.
from Petaluma.
Oh, okay. All right. Get in here, man. I'm just kidding. That's cool, man. So what are you guys gonna do? What's going on?
Oh, we're gonna make them look fresh, man. Make them look fresh.
Just gonna give you an awesome flat top.
Well, that's the deal. When I came in, I
A
was
flat
like,
top, bro.
well, yeah, it is
I'm
like
just
a
kidding.
kid and play there. I thought about
Hey,
it.
we're bringing it back, man. We want to bring it back.
Dude, everything goes in cycles. It won't shock me tomorrow if flat tops are in.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna be like, God damn it.
It's just not on you.
Yeah, or the next guy. But when I came, he's like, so what do you want to do? And I'm like, well, when I go to get a tattoo, I just tell the artist what I want. Or sometimes, unless you're doing it, you just do it. But I'm like, this is what I want, and then I let them draw it and do it. I'm not like, all right, no, you should do it this way. So really, you're the artist, and you just do what you do. I'm not going to block your creativity, because I think I fucking know. Because I never want
And I gotta meet Knoxville right now at the Roosevelt.
Cheerio, queer.
Well, Bam, thank you so much for showing up, man. With love and respect.